Oh, we're live. Good morning. Plot the camera a bit.
Billy and his civvy.
Live with
Good morning. Good morning. All right, so we are here this morning having brekkie actually with a couple of our crew. We've got Billy.
Good morning.
And we have Mr. Michael SILJICH making a special appearance very early in the morning for you.
I know, it's before 8 o'clock.
It's crazy, isn't it? What time do you usually wake up?
At 7 o'clock.
That's ridiculous. He's an old man. By the way, so's he. He's an old man as well.
Snooze goes off.
So, guys, this morning we are going to be talking about what makes you nervous. Besides me, Mark, what makes you nervous?
Nothing.
What makes you nervous, Mark?
How come the camera's so close to your face?
I don't know. Because
my arms are so short.
Yeah, you need to hold. Yeah,
short arms.
I'm going to hold my arm out.
We'll use my arms, ready?
Mark's got like inbuilt selfie sticks. Sticks. Oh, that's better. That's better. So we're in the Big Spoke this morning, guys, having breakfast with some of the boys. So we thought we'd just go live and talk about what's making us nervous in the market, or just in general.
Yeah, we went round table and said, what do you want to talk about this morning? Real estate show, live, what's on our mind, what's on people's mind out there. We thought a little bit of
might need to talk up with that music.
Nerve action going. Can everyone hear us?
Give us a thumbs up, guys, if you can hear us. It might be a little bit tricky. We are sitting inside a cafe, about to have a delicious crab omelette.
Boy. So what's making you nervous, Miss Lisa?
What's making me nervous? I think what's going on the news, and by that I don't mean what I'm hearing. I mean the way it gets reported, because often the facts aren't entirely correct, and it's hard to then try and change everyone's perception on what the news is actually reporting, because the news only sells when they're selling drama or they're dramatising things.
When it bleeds, it reads.
It reads, yeah. So that for me is tricky, where the buyers walk in, they go, oh, but, on the news. And I was like, oh, hang on a sec. On the news last year, they talked about property prices going down 30%, and in fact, they did quite the opposite. So, that for me is quite nerve-wracking, I guess, that, the right information is not necessarily getting out there. And I think that's really good about what we do, Mark, is that we actually do report the facts, whether they're good, bad or indifferent. We will always report the facts about what we're seeing and hearing that's going on, obviously mostly with real estate, but for me that makes me nervous to make sure that the actual facts are getting out to the people correctly.
Should you be nervous?
So the reality of, again, just getting back to facts, the reality of what we're seeing on the ground is that there is plenty of stock and there are plenty of buyers. This week alone, we have listed about, how many properties, Billy? 5? We've listed 5. So we've listed 5 this week, and yesterday I just got the go-ahead on 3 more. So, this is not a quiet day in real estate. We do list and sell more than the average, but even so, there's plenty of stock out there, and there's plenty of buyers out there. We're just about to do an exchange this morning. So, yeah, just making sure the facts are getting out
last night, which was a Warriwood unit, school teacher purchase, Chinese lady selling, just essential stuff, do you know what I mean? So it's happening in Australia. They paid good prices, they got a good price.
The prices are good. Let's pass it around to young Billy. The old man wrapped up in a young boy's body.
I'm a little bit nervous about how long this buying opportunity is going to last.
Here, you rest your arm on that water bottle there. How's that?
No, it's not bad. Okay, that's better. I'm a bit nervous about how long the buying opportunities are going to last. So for me, I guess it's a little bit more personal, but hopefully I'm looking to line up a second property over the next 24 months. And interest rates are not really the reason I'm nervous. It's more how long the prices are going to. Microphones here, hands over it. There we go.
Well, what you're worried about is, and which you've seen, when the market turns to go up, how quickly it does turn. So, there you go. I'm going to pick your brain a bit here, but I assume you're going, well, now's a good buying opportunity, and you're worried that by the time it comes around when you're ready to buy, that when the market clicks, it clicks like that, and all of a sudden all of that value's gone.
Yeah, well,
it jumps up.
The other thing is I'm no longer eligible to get the grants. So there's no more first home buyer grants. So obviously that means a bigger deposit for anyone looking to get a second property. Now, it'd be nice to have a bit of equity in the property that I've started off with. But obviously if that market's not come up quite enough to get the equity out of it, then that's going to make it a little bit more challenging. Although in saying that, I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know whether I'd want more equity but pay more for another property.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. Your property goes up, you get more equity, but you got to pay more.
Yeah.
Or you get to buy it for cheaper, but you got no equity.
Yeah.
Pick your poison.
But there's some, yeah, that's right. But there really is there's some great buying opportunity at the moment. We're seeing it, and not being able to jump on it's obviously a little bit frustrating. So I'm just hoping that it holds out for
a caged animal.
Caged animal, Mark said.
What about me? Do I make you nervous?
No.
It's
a dream to work.
What makes me nervous is the short-sightedness of the market. So every single person you talk to at the moment, and whether it's always been like this, I'll be curious to get your thoughts, Mark, but everyone you talk to is all talking about what's going to happen with interest rates over the next month, what's going to happen by the end of the year. All their decisions they're basing off are literally thinking what's going to affect me over these next sort of 6 months, where I feel like the concept of property is such a long-term investment, such a long-term hold as a family buying to live in.
Concept of life.
Concept of life that when you're buying a property, you should be looking, okay, great, this is what is going to happen to me in the short term, but what's going to happen to me over the next 5, 10, 20 years? And literally no one we talk to in the market is actually talking about. No buyers.
That's so rare to think like that.
Yeah,
That's right.
And when you talk to anyone that's done well in property, it's because they've been in property for the past 30 years and they've made.
But can I just say something to you guys as well? In the last couple of weeks, there's been, we're going to swap because my arm's getting sore. In the last couple of weeks, I'll be honest, I have not had any conversations with buyers about interest rate rises. So I think the perception out there in the public is that everyone is freaked out and everyone is talking about interest rates. The reality is very different. So
it's like Ukraine. People doing the same about Ukraine.
What do you mean?
It was just such a hot topic. Everyone was talking about it, and next thing you know, it's not in the media anymore. And it still is. It's still the news.
And please don't mistake what we're saying, guys. It's still a dire situation over there. We're not naive to that, but we're just talking about what is being reported and how things get reported. So, when was the last time the news actually reported the COVID numbers? It just doesn't make news anymore. People are like, I'm just bored. I don't want to hear about it anymore. And so, it's what's making news at the moment. Obviously, interest rates is a hot topic. But as I said, the reality of it is the buyers that are coming through those open homes, they're done with it. They're out to buy. Lots of cash buyers around, which is really surprising, isn't it?
Lots of cash buyers. I'm shocked. There's a lot.
Yeah. So, we've got a lady who's purchasing a property today. We're exchanging. She's a cash buyer. She couldn't care less about interest rates. She's like, this is awesome. I'm getting 20% discount on this property. She's loving it, but a lot of cash buyers, people that have sold houses.
And off the back of that, what a lot of people think in terms of property prices come down, there's going to be a lot of people with negative equity and struggling. There's only a handful of people that have bought over the past 12 months that the property's worth less than what they bought it for. Outside of that, from 12 months on back 30 years, every other person has made a lot of money on their property. I think that's where a lot of that equity is coming from and all those cash purchases.
What's making you nervous at the moment?
I'm nervous about all the fear from others. They will miss out.
What's making you nervous at the moment?
I said my nervous.
Short-sightedness. Property is always a hot topic. Love it. Love the roller coaster.
This is brilliant. It's so interactive.
Oh, look, what have we got here? Who got a milkshake?
Oh, milkshake.
Who do you think got a milkshake?
What's that?
Milkshake for the
It's always
child.
a skinny
What's
one.
making you nervous at the moment?
As I said, it's more just about how the public is perceiving what's been putting out there in the news. Besides that, really, honestly, not much. Watching. Oh, I thought, is that yours, Michael, or Billy's?
No, that's Billy.
Oh, look, that's so cute, Billy. He's got to have his calcium.
You're
He's
not
got to have
having
his milk.
milkshake before 8 a.m.
But I tell you what, I struggle to remind myself that Billy is only 19 years of age. Like, he's literally an old man wrapped up in a young boy's body. So are you, actually.
We all are.
So is Michael. But Billy's 19.
I tell these guys, daily that I'm looking forward to becoming an old man, and then I can transition into an old Bill.
And I'm always saying he's going to be big fat Bill.
Yeah, big fat
He's
Bill.
so skinny and so annoying. He eats and drinks everything, hence the milkshake. But one day he'll be big fat Bill, and he's going to drive past the office in his big Rolls Royce with his massive, look, you've already got the gold ring on the pinky.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to being a Bill. You know, Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill, Grandpa Bill, Grandpa Bill. I reckon that's it. We're gonna go enjoy our crab omelets.
So the only thing that's making me nervous is Lisa, apparently. It's the only thing that makes me nervous is Lisa. Economy, no. Health, no. Age, no. Just Lisa makes me nervous.
Why is that, Mark? Why do I make you nervous?
It's just like, you know when
Be careful.
What a loaded question.
Yeah, this is a
everything's
loaded
okay and someone goes, so it's actually nothing technically, but it's just.
By the way,
That's all it is. It's
this
just
only
So you
ever
just managed to
happened.
move around gibberish for the answer.
This
Yeah.
only ever happens
No,
on
that's what
Friday
it is.
Novak News. Mark saves, it's almost like it's a counselling session for Mark, and he saves it for Friday Novak News, and then it comes out. That's all right. Do you want to address this now on camera or afterwards?
I'm addressed.
Yeah.
Hey, how's the hat? Look at that. Buckety's Brewing Company in Brookvale. You should get there. Amazing place.
It is really cool.
There's some really good
that's
places
great.
emerging out of the beaches. Kids, get in there.
Yeah, that's a great day out. Brookie, all the old, not all, but a lot of the old warehouses have been transformed into breweries. It's actually a really, really cool day out. It's fun for all the family. That's it, guys, I reckon. Hey, Jeff, hope you're well. Hey, Luke.
Buddy.
All right, that's it for us. Let's go have a brookie. Have a great day, guys.